and welcome back to BallinCraig Estate. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. Today is November the 10th. It's actually really early in the morning. Sunrise has just happened. Well, I say really early in the morning. On the farm, it's not that early. It's just gone 8 o'clock. And I've been up and I've been sorting the cows. And today we're going to be using this lovely machine along with the Disco of 3450 because we need to go and cut our last set of grass for silage. We're doing this rather late in the year, but I have some help on the way. So I've got a friend coming over in the next couple of days to help me get this baled and wrapped. So we need to get it cut. We need to get it cut rather quickly. So let's jump in. Start her up. And yeah, so we need to get this cut and rowed today. I don't know how much of that I will do on the vlog. I may get it rowed separately because I don't want to make the vlog too long. But we'll certainly go and get it cut. We're heading up to field 10. Field 10 is our only grass field that, well, that either we haven't ploughed up or isn't currently seeded and waiting to grow as the one to our right there. Our winter wheat has perked through in the last couple of days, which is fantastic. That is growing rather nicely. There we go. The friend I have coming over has his own YouTube channel. Well, he has videos posted by another YouTuber in the same way as Virtual Farmer posts mine. And so yeah, I don't know whether he might record his own perspective on the work we do, but yeah, certainly he's going to come and help me out here, and yeah, I think it's going to be good fun to have somebody helping me on the farm. I spend an awful lot of time on here, sort of on the farm, just doing things alone. I mean, it's nice to go home to my wife in the evening and share my day with her and sharing my day with you guys as well, of course. But yeah, it can be quite a lonely thing. So having someone to work with is going to be quite nice. I'm going to enjoy that. Now this field, I think, is fairly uneven in places. It was a candidate for me to turn it into an arable field, because we had left it fallow all year, or basically just as grass all year. But it's you'll see what I mean. I think it's a very uneven field, and as a result, I took a look at it and went, that's not going to seed very well. Even the fields we have, you know, we're going to have problems, or we have had problems trying to seed a few patches of it because the seeder just jumped because they were rough. And that's an issue that I'm going to have to look at on the fields and get them sort of cleared and levelled a bit, I think, as we go forward. And that will happen naturally just through ploughing anyway. But this field was just a little bit too much. Although reviewing it now, it's not too bad. I know, well, yeah, it is very sort of bumpy. Not as extreme as I remembered it being, but it's not. You couldn't do arable on this very easily. It's too sharp in places. Right, there we go. Move on to our second thing. So we're basically just going to go round in circles as always, doing this and getting it cut. There we go, around the corner. It's a nice square field, which was part of the reason why I went, oh, that'd make a nice arable field, until I actually came and viewed it. But it is, yeah, it's a nice big field for us to get grass off, and we'll get a lot of silage off here. And as I said, the bales that we ultimately create off here, I'm going to be selling off. Because we can make quite a bit of money selling off the bales on here. The sun is coming up. Oh, I love sunrise on the farm. such a beautiful time of day. And especially in the autumn like this, with all the leaves having gone this wonderful golden colour. It's just a really peaceful, really wonderful place to be. And I know I said at the start, it'd be nice having somebody else to work on the farm with, but it's also just nice in a solitary kind of way. You know, you're out here and you get the stuff done, and it's just nice, calming and peaceful. And you get away from the troubles of the world. And that's the thing. It just makes things. It just seems like there's not a worry in the world, I find, when I'm out here on the tractor. No matter what job I'm doing, whether I'm ploughing or cultivating or mowing or seeding or any of that, it's just such a gorgeous, wonderful place to be. Yeah, I really love it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Just absolutely fantastic. So we'll get this cut. And once we've got this cut, I want to get the windrower up here. Get the little Massey on the field. I don't think I'm going to get the. I don't think I'm going to do that in today's vlog. I think today we're just going to get this cut and get it done. Very good, very useful. Oh, yeah, nice and peaceful. Look at that. We're quite a lot in the shade. Our fourth way round. I'm considering testing out some larger mowers for the farm. We do have a lot of grass work, and I am looking at buying a couple more grass fields in general come next year. And as a result, I think some bigger mowers for use on the farm would be quite good. I don't know if our John Deere, obviously this wouldn't be able to run any butterfly mowers or anything like that, but I don't know if our John Deere might. I don't know if our John Deere has the kind of power to do that, but it would allow us to do these jobs a bit quicker. The other thing to do would be there's a nice trailed mower that I'm looking at. That is allows you to swath as well, so we could do that too, and that would be good. We might get that on trial or something come spring, maybe. I think that would be, or maybe just sell the class in the spring and get one of those. See if I can get hold of a second-hand one, because there must be one of those available somewhere. Fairly common around here because of how much easier they make things, and of course the farms just get bigger and bigger all the time, as you know, we're expanding too, so it's not that weird. There's a lot of field. Right, how are we doing? We are on turn 5. Yeah, lots to do here. Lots to get done, and yeah, I really quite like how well this mower does work on the farm, though. Does tend to get things done quite quickly because it is a slightly wider mower, or a slightly wide mower, but it's yeah, it is one of those things where without a mower on the front, or we destroy too much grass if we drive over the grass. So we have to do these ever contracting circles around the field to get the grass cut. I'd quite like to do one where I can go up and down. So cut a couple of headlands and then just run up and down with it, which is why I'm considering something that I can either use as for swathing or you know, stuff like that. So basically, I can control things a little bit better. But we could put a one with a swather on the back and then a front-mounted mower as well, and that would then allow us to do things really actually quite nicely and quite easily, and would require less of us doing less of the rowing work when we want to make silage bales. Of course, if when we want to make hay bales, we wouldn't swath it. We would leave it as it was, and because we'd have to ted it and then row it. But yeah, certainly for making silage bales, it would make the whole thing easier. The question does become: is this tractor powerful enough? And if not, would our John Deere be powerful enough for that job? Which is not a bad thing. I'm not too worried about that. Not too worried about using our bigger tractor for that job. There we go. Round again. Yeah, it is just lots of concentric circles. You get quite dizzy doing this sometimes. Especially when you get sort of into the middle and you're doing tighter and tighter circles. It just gets that much more difficult to do. Yeah. And the other thing is, it very, very quickly becomes, oh, I'm doing a very small area. And we're over halfway through the field at the moment, I think. And it just, yeah. Because you're also taking the ends out at the same time. It just disappears very, very quickly. And you suddenly go, oh, I'm turning really quickly now. And sometimes, if you have a sort of an oblongy field, what happens is that you end up having to not do the ends because your turns get too tight. And when that happens, yeah, it then does become an up and down. At the moment, we're not in that position. We're still just sort of cutting around, but it is getting bit by bit smaller. I'm not missing stuff in the corners. That would be an issue if it was, but it's all good. Now you see, we're just coming over the lip of that hill now, and that's an area where it's ready to cut, or yeah, where it's ready to turn. I'm trying not to overturn in the corners, because the trouble is that then creates strange shapes in the corners. If you can keep your corners square, it makes the whole job much easier. You don't have to then do correcting stuff, which is then just a pain in the butt. You wanna try and keep the whole thing pretty square, and just keep it cut through. Ideally, we probably want to reseed this grass. The grass on the farm in general is quite old, which is why I quite like. Well, it's been a few years since the fields have been replanted. And I find if you replant the fields every so often, or every few years, then you end up getting much better yields from your grass. It's part of the reason why I wanted to rotate the fields, because that means that the one we've just planted will produce better grass, and the ones that we've switched over means that they will be better when they go back to grass in a few years. We'll get a few years worth of arable crops out of them. In the meantime, yeah, this one I don't think we can really turn to arable ever. It's just that it's just too undulating. I can just see my drill just jumping all over the place on this field. I don't fancy trying to drill this. Mind you, if we're replacing the grass, we do have to drill this. So I'll have to see. We might have to get a specialist seeder or something that that trails and maybe works a bit better. Not that our Amazon is a particularly bad seeder. It's just that yeah, it does have a tendency to jump if the ground's a little too rough for it. We are certainly turning quicker this end of the field. The other end still seems to be a bit longer. Counterclockwise. No, we're going clockwise, aren't we? Yeah, clockwise around the field. Yeah. It's getting closer and closer now. Wow. That's very nice. Coming together. You see what I mean about the it's now getting a bit tight on the ends to keep doing to keep going like this. I don't want to start picking up at the end and going round yet. It's not quite there, but at the same time, those are getting tighter and tighter, those turns. But it suddenly clicks. It suddenly goes, oh wow, there's not much field left. Which is the incredible thing I find when doing this. You go from going, oh, I've got tons of field to do, to, oh my god, I'm nearly done. And, oh my god, I'm nearly done. You know? There it is. We've only got about 5 or 6 new rows, and more rows. And then we really will be done. Right. There we go. Round. Yeah, we're now going to have to come out the end and go around because it's just too difficult to do the quick turn that we need to do. But this should do it. Couple more runs and the field will be done. And I will get to windrowing it. With my little, with the Massey. And we'll get it ready for when our help arrives. Which, yeah, will be in the next couple of days. So, there we go. Right, that has got the job done. I'm quite pleased with that. That's worked well. Turn the tractor off and jump down. There we go. So, yeah, finish as we started with our T-dub in frame. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.